Next up, we've got our wraparound veranda. In our floor plan view, we'll want to go to the roof tool. We'll have the geometry method set to multi-plane and the construction method set to rectangular. We'll click our external top corner just here. We'll drag this one all the way down to this bottom corner just here, and we'll click, making sure that it's on the external edge of the walls. From here, with the roof selected, we'll want to go to this top panel and we'll scroll across until we get to eave overhang. We'll click offset and we'll change this one to 0, and we'll click enter. From here, we'll hit escape twice to deselect the roof. Now from here, we'll go to the roof tool. From here, we'll click the top outer post and we'll drag it all the way down to this bottom outer corner of the post down here. We'll click. Now, if we select everything and right click and go show selection in 3D, we double click our middle mouse button, we can see that main hip roof. Now we'll want to select this one and we'll want to change the roof pitch down to say 5 degrees, which now shows that roof in the middle. If we go back into 2D using F2, if we hit escape, so we deselect everything, from here we'll want to select the roof. And with that roof selected, we'll want to select the roof tool again. With the construction method rectangular selected, we can now cut out a portion of this roof. So we'll click on this top corner just here and we'll drag it all the way down to this corner just here. We'll click again. And if we now go into 3D, we'll click F3. We'll see that it's cut out that middle section of that roof. From here, we could lower that roof using the shortcut Control-D, and we can select one of these inner nodes. We can bring that one down until we notice that little tick, which will mean that it's most likely locked onto that edge of this corner just over here of the center roof. So we'll click, and it's brought us down a little bit too far. So we'll click again. What we'll do is we'll zoom in and we'll bring that one up until it's just at that point there. Now we want to get the gables onto this roof just here. We can do this in 2D or 3D. If we just click this blue line and then we go to custom plane settings, we'll hit gable and we'll go OK. And we'll go over to this side just here and we'll do the same thing. Go to that one, click gable, and we'll go OK. From here, we could just select this bottom wall and bring it all the way up to the underside. Right click in the open view, connect solid element operations. It's stored that wall as the target. So if we hit escape to deselect the wall and select that middle roof and we go add as operator, we'll do subtraction, but we'll do subtraction with upward extrusion just here, and we'll go execute. And now it has cut that wall to that roof. Or we could just leave it as that hip roof. Now to give it that little extra eave, if we select the roof, if we go up to this top setting just here, instead of 0 for the offset, let's go 450. If we hit enter, it's then going to have a little bit of an extra eave around that wraparound roof. We'll typically want to make sure we've at least got 2.2 to 2.4 height from above that eave. So when you're raising and lowering that height of the roof or the primary roof up and down, it's best to keep these heights in mind. Now for real world projects, I rely on my template to eliminate setup and get drawings done faster. I've now made my template available for purchase. The link will be down below. Now to create a roof plan just like this, you'll want to check out this video just over here. We take it all step by step, so go on and check it out.